Well, it is 5 days to go until Halloween night, and as last year I did 5 Halloween reviews, I think I'll do it again. So welcome back to Sean's Halloween Horror Reviews. To kick things off, I think I'll start by reviewing the 2008 horror, The Strangers.
Hello? You're gonna die.
Strangers is written and directed by Brian Bertino and stars Scott Speedman and Liv Tyler. Scott Speedman plays Scott and Liv Tyler plays Kristen. They are a couple that you don't officially find out why they're sort of depressed, I suppose, but that's how they sort of start the movie. They go to their secluded cabin as sort of a getaway, and you can see that everything's romantically laid out. You find out later, well, it's sort of insinuated that he proposed to her and she said no. So everything's kind of dodgy and stuff like that. So the two of them are together when the next thing they hear a knock on the door. And you don't see the person's face, but it's this girl and she has this really creepy voice.
Hello? Is Karma home?
So instantly you know it's not quite right. You know it's very creepy and you know something's going to happen. Two others appear and you don't see their faces. You just see they have masks on. One has a bag over his head. And they basically just torture them, and they're trapped inside their own house. They can't escape, and that's basically what the movie's about. Scariest moment in the movie for me was when the character of James leaves the house. I forget why he leaves the house, but he leaves and leaves Kristen in the house by herself, and she's at the kitchen sink drinking a glass of water, and in the background the guy with the hood on his head just really slowly comes into the room, and it's so subtle that you don't notice it, and then as soon as you do notice it, it frightens the living daylights out of you. I rated this movie 3 out of 5 because it was really scary when I saw it in the cinema, but when I saw it on DVD, it wasn't just because, I'd seen it before, but it didn't have as much of an impact on me, scare-wise. I'm not sure why. I think it's one of those movies, it's one of those first-time round sort of scares, and I still think it's a good movie. I just don't think it's a bit dragged on by the time you watch it a second time. The movie is based on true events. Now, the writer and director Brian Bertino says that it's based on the 1969 Manson murders. It's based on the crime book, the true crime book, Helter Skelter, and it's also based on an event that happened in his neighborhood when he was a child. Now, I think it's very creepy the fact that something like this could happen, because it's one of those movies that sort of, it draws you in and it makes you scared because it could happen. It is very realistic and it plays on very basic human fears, I suppose, of being trapped within your own home. I would recommend it for a Halloween night view because I think, everyone likes to, if you're not going out or anything like that, and if you want to have a Halloween horror DVD night in, I think it is definitely worth a view because, it's one of those things that if you don't find it scary, you can laugh at it. If not, you can scream and hide under the covers at it. So I really recommend this for a Halloween night. That's night one done of Sean's Halloween horror reviews. Hope you liked it. Hope it's as good, if not better, than last year's reviews. And I'll see you tomorrow night for another review of a scary movie.